try to edit the one in here. It's not wrapped though. It's let's change that a bit. Oh, I really like this music. It's actually very nice. Probably not too many of these yet, I'm guessing, so. There we go. Now it's properly changed. I think. Blah, 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 blah. Everything, yep, yep. Of course, we do have the big thing. Alright. I guess it's time that we get to... Ooh, I do really want this guy as a plushie. That's actually really cute. One day. We'll see. A new save. Yes. We'll do with that one. Want to get started that. Alright.
Once upon a time in a world far, far away. In a realm ruled by dragons and magic. Well, actually, it was this land specifically. Not that far away. Let me start over. Once upon a time, somewhere in Gaia, not that far away, there was a tavern. My tavern.
Oh, look at you, a little tiny dragon.
A place for anyone looking for an adventure or a quick refreshment.
It's a door jam. Just open it. Open it. There you go.
A place open to everybody. Even jackdaws, I suppose. But I'm not just your typical innkeeper. My drinks are infused with magic to aid ambitious adventurers on their quests. To make sure they always return victorious. Big shoes to fill, I know. Then again, what's the worst that could happen?
Oh, don't say that. You never start a story with that. Everyone does. Oh, hello, elf. Hi, Inky. How's it going? All fine and dandy? Can't complain. How about you, Fable? All fine and dandy? Yes. Yes, all's fine and dandy. I had such an exciting day. Really, really exciting. Did you go on an adventure? Even better. I took a walk around the grove, and then I replanted a mushroom that had fallen over. Then I patiently waited for it to turn into a mushroom monster. Or a mushroom mimic of maybe a gnome? Did it? No. But I did take another walk around the grove. How was it? Great. I got to see the same stones, the same trees, the same amaranth hydra guarding the entrance to Avalon, the same moss. I even got to water the asters. They didn't really need it, but I was there, so... Sounds very exciting. Who am I kidding? My life isn't as exciting as a roasted nut. Nuts are healthy. Very thrilling in sauces, or as a snack. There are various types of nuts. Walnuts, peanuts, hazelnuts. I'm allergic. Oh. Okay. I didn't know that. Oh, no worries. I mean, I never told you. And hey, at least something would happen if I ate a nut. Just not something very fun. Anaphylactic shock and all that. Does that count as an adventure? No, I think that counts as a mistake. So what you're saying is that you're missing some spice. Oh, no. I have a very sensitive stomach. I don't think chilies would help me much. Though I'm very good at growing phoenix chilies. I was talking about spicing your life. Oh, that's what you meant. Well, yes. Yes, exactly, that's it. There's no chili flakes, no garlic, no dragons. Just a lot of salt. I'm like a bland soup. Oh, that's a descriptor, alright. So a classic case of boredom, I see. Do you know that feeling when nothing exciting is going on in your life? Like life isn't bad, but it's also not particularly fun. Have you tried adding a little zest to your soup? Huh? Drama, buzz, excitement, something fiery. Go to the theater or the gala. Arrive in a hot air balloon. A hot air balloon? Don't they fly up like really high? Yes, I think that's the point. I'm afraid of heights. And of people. And of actors. Oh, you poor thing. But apart from that, I'm trying. I tried singing, but what is singing if not telling of a tale? How can I sing things if I've never lived through anything? What do you mean? Well, day in and day out, I lived in the same green soup of routines. Sure, I have my forest and I look after it, but I want to get out there and see something. Like, for example, listen to this song I started writing. I wish to be a hero, slaying mighty drakes. I wish to meet a pretty nymph resting by the lakes. Pretty nymph? That sounds pretty daring. Of course it is. That's the point. Finding them enjoying themselves in the water. The sun shining through the treetops, making the stream glisten in a fragmented light of divine beauty. I would love to sing a song about exciting magical things I encounter. But to be honest, the most exciting thing in my life is coming to your tavern and discovering new drinks. Well, ain't you sweet? No people like you. Right. Not a lot of songs you can write about that. I wouldn't mind a jingle. I'll think of one. Can I mention nymphs? I'd prefer if you didn't. Okay. Maybe one day I'll offer them their own jingle. In the meantime, can I offer you a drink? Yes, I'd love a drink. The usual? Yes, please. That means a swift strike, in case you forgot. Thank you for the reminder, Fable. Oh my god, I love the art style of this game so far, even just a little. It's my favorite. It always makes me feel like a featherlight nymph floating in the waves of a sunny lake. Do you want to be with the nymph or be the nymph? Both? But mostly I want a swift strike. Message received. Although, I was wondering, I've been coming to your tavern for so long and I still don't know anything about how you make your drinks. Could you show me? Really? Yes. What should I do? Do I need to put on an apron or summon a familiar? How do I summon a familiar? Just follow me. Oh, hey, look at you, Andu. Oh, this. Welcome to my drink mixing nook. So this is what it looks like back here. Hello, Andu. Careful, I haven't fed him yet. Where do we start? Well, I usually start by figuring out what my patrons want. To make sure I don't forget what they ordered, I take notes in my journal. Let's have a look. Oh, you penned my order. I did. If I want to look for specifics, I check my detailed notes and I do keep a log just in case. When I'm sure I know when I'm sure I know what was asked of me, I browse my recipes. Can't you just freehand mix something and see what sticks? No, I like to mix a match of more varied results, but the right balance is crucial, so I stick to my recipes. When I settled on one, I can use chalk to draw it on the board. And what if you pick the wrong one? I can either erase it with a sponge or just pick a different recipe. My ingredients are stored in the 5 bottles on the right. There's dexterity, intelligence, defense, strength, and charisma. I think dexterity sounds tastiest. I had a feeling you might say that. If I mess up or want to redo my drink for any reason, I can simply feed my mistakes to an undo. Once I'm done, I ring the bell, activate the primordial vortex. Actually, I don't need to bore you with magical details. Just try making a drink. You've got this. Okay, so it needs to be the Swift Strike, right? So, lots of dexterity, some toughness, and a little bit of intelligence, but mostly dexterity. So, dex, I'm guessing, yep, okay. Is it tad intelligence? Oh, I think I made a mistake here. Okay, so that's not how to do it. Okay, so... Okay, nope. Yes, this. Next. How much was it? Oh yeah, just the first layer. Okay. And then the rest will be dexterity. Rest all the way up. There we go. Yeah, I did it. Look at that. Wow, it actually does teleport. Of course it does. What do you think was happening? I thought you were saying a very good sleight of hand. I see. Well, give your creation a taste. That's delicious. I made that? You made that. Thank you for showing me the ropes. Thank you for your enthusiasm. These adventures you dream of, aren't you scared they'd be the end of you? Maybe. But how would I know if I never try? Do you actually want to try? Well, yes. I want to tell great stories, but... But what? Never mind. Oh. Hello, stranger. How can I help you? A drink. For you? Right. What kind? Drinkable. Very specific. Thank you. How about a spoken heart? Some charisma couldn't hurt. Sure, whatever. Alright, let's okay, let's see what we got. Oh. Okay, spoken heart, which is one layer here, one layer there, and then the rest into charisma. Okay. Oh wait, also I can just draw up there, huh? Spoken hearts. Yeah, it draws me. There we go. Okay, so yeah, one. Okay, one layer there. Feels like about one layer there. And then the rest. Good old charisma. Spoken heart. Alright. Look at that. We got this, no problem. This should be digestible. Maybe even tasty. Thanks. Almost washes away the memory of that banshee haunting the lonesome lagoon at night. And your bone-shattering song of sorrow. Almost. Alright. The brooding type, I see. What are you thinking about, Fable? Just dreams. Yours or someone else's? Mine. Other people seem to have courage to follow theirs. Why can't I be like that? Isn't that up to you? I wish it was. My brother says dreams are fool's errands, that I'm running away from where I belong. We are rangers, Fable. We belong in the woods like the stream that ripples down the mountain. Where the birds and the trees, we keep the balance. It's what we're meant to do. I think you'd make a great bard if you do that. And is that what you want to do? Yes. No, not really. I want to experience things outside the safety of the forest, of the borders of the forest. I want to live life so full of adventure, boredom would feel like bliss. I want to be brave and strong. And I want to sing songs about my adventures that make other people yearn for the same freedom. Of course, I could never leave the Ashen Grove behind forever. It's my home. There's nothing wrong with going away from time to time, right? I mean, my brother looks after the Grove, as well as my sisters. I think he'd be fine without me. Then you should do what your heart desires. Will it stop aching then? I think so, yes. What if it's wrong to leave though? What if this destiny never meant for me to leave? What if it did? That would be a dream come true. Be your own genie, Fable. Your adventure starts with you. Thank you, Innkeeper. You really are the most amazing part of my day. You better come back alive. Oh, hello you. Greetings, traveler. How may I help you? You own this establishment? Innkeep? Last time I checked. With whom do I have the pleasure? The name's Carolyn. You can call me Care or Len, couldn't care less. Nice to meet you, Care. Len. What can I do for you? Perhaps something to drink? You do the thing with the quests, right? So they say. Do you want one? You can have a look at my notes board. No quest for me. But I may have one for you, or your notice board. Tell me more. Heard of the werewolf making trouble in the trade again. Terrorizing farmers and tearing sheep apart. The whole program. A werewolf? That's news to me. Listen, me too. Didn't see one in the most almost a decade, and this was far south in Everett. Been wandering around, same, just moving up like a nomad. I thought the werewolf hype died along with that romance novel. You mean the one with the vampires? Okay, think so. Nah, that just split the society into two camps: Team Werewolf and Team Vampire. Which one are you in, Keep? Oh. I don't recall a werewolf probably warm. Is it the fur or the pecs? Neither. Questionable experience with the other camp more so. I mentioned ask for details. Don't. How about you? Wouldn't you like to know? Yes, that's why I asked. Keep guessing. Has anyone ever told you could pass for as a werewolf? Yes, all the time. At least twice a day. Only downside of looking like a wolf is getting mistaken for one. I see. Is that why you don't want to take care of your werewolf yourself? Yes. No. I'm just afraid he might look a little too much like my Uncle Dragon. Would feel bad slaying that fella. You know, hunchback, hairy, crooked tooth. Is that a werewolf or just Uncle Dragon? You can't really tell. Same fate befell Aunt Olga. I'm sorry to hear that. Nah, I had it coming. Never fall behind your grooming schedule, or you know it. Before you know it, the next wannabe Van Helsing will strike you down with a silver arrow. Do the Van Helsings also hunt the werewolves? Don't know. Don't care enough to check. Either way, the southern werewolf, yeah? Right. Anything else that might help the others get done with it rather swiftly? Fetch. Pardon me? Should they get into a dangerous situation, they'll just have to start playing fetch. That works? I need a dog, trust me. Good to know. Thanks, Lynn. It's not that hard. Either Carolyn, or Lynn. We'll call you Lynn. Gotcha, Lynn. Alright, Chief. You got a name, or is it just Innkeep? Just Innkeep for now. Playing hard to get, I see. Well, Innkeep, then before I venture on, you got a drink for me? Of course. What would you like? I'll take something powerful. Something with a whole lot of strength. And don't you dare give me any of that watered down muck instead. Alright, let's see. What do we do? Strength all the way. Oh, alright, so it's gonna be, okay, we'll draw the recipe up here. So that's a little bit here, a little bit there, and all the rest of the way there. So that's charisma, so we'll get, there we go. There's a little toughness. And then the rest, right in the strength. There we go. There you go, then. Hey. A drink with 0 water, as requested. Not bad. Just what I was craving. Thanks. Where will you head from here? Heads back west, to the Ashen Grove. Got some business to take care of. What kind of business? Personal business. Care to elaborate? No. But you won't stop asking until I do, will you? No. My cousin claims that her crops have been stolen by undead snails. Obviously, I'm pretty sure she's hallucinating. But I did hear some folks complaining about an undead uptick in the west, so might as well hear her. And make sure she hasn't turned into undead snail herself. Something like that. It's odd, ain't it? Resurrecting the dead. Certainly unconventional. That's one way to put it. I think there's not much use in digging up the past. It's just going to open wounds you staple shut. Or eat your face. The past haunts everyone willing to listen. Would you mind talking like a normal person? I ain't exactly up for philosophy. You started this conversation. And I'm in it. Alright. Well then. If you find any more rumors from me or need aid, don't shy away from coming back. I'm more of a lone wolf, don't do groups. But sure. More work and I'll be back. I'll be waiting. Speaking of rumors, you know how to turn them into proper quests, right? Don't want them to go to waste. I could use some help. Fine, I guess I've got a few minutes. Let's see your setup. This is where I sort all the rumors I've collected. I also keep them written down in my journal so I don't forget. Smart. Thinking the best next step is sorting out the match and snippets on your question board page. Just drag them over. And make sure they're all on the same quest. Otherwise you'll be confusing adventurers. Once you're done, select a quill of yours and it'll be written up. Got it? Got it. Thank you for the help, Lynn. Put it on my tab. That's not how that works. Okay. Good night to you too. Alright then, let's assemble this quest. Well, the werewolf previously nerfed him. Told me about the werewolves trying to play potential threat to injures. Werewolf's secret weakness is playing fetch. Apparently no dog can resist the urge. Undead snails, and a banshee haunting that. So, alright. I reckon Vulcan passed by the Wayfarers Inn, reporting a werewolf making their way to Treganon from Erevath. They pose a potential threat to both helpless sheep and the villagers. Apparently werewolves love playing fetch. Are you brave enough to take on this quest and save Treganon from this werewolf mayhem? Oops. Sleep, sleep, sleep. Clean, clean. Right. So now we can officially start doing things. I guess I should. Someone here? Oh, hey, Fable. What do you have there, Fable? I found it on your notice board. It says a werewolf's terrorizing Tregaron. Is that true? It is indeed. Have you sent anyone after it yet? Maybe that hooded guy from yesterday. Not yet. What kind of hero are you looking for? The one who knows the way around difficult terrain, woods even. Preferably one who is good with a bow. One who tells me they want the quest. Ah, I am good with a bow. Yes, Fable. And I know my way around the woods. I know, Fable. and maybe I want the quest. Just maybe. No, not just maybe. Since yesterday, all I've been able to think about is you telling me how to follow my heart. Then I step in your tavern and the quest practically jumps out at me, and I think, hey, there's a start for an adventure. It's near the forest. You know forest. You live in a forest. And werewolves are basically just normal wolves, but slightly scarier because they are also human. But you talk to humans before. You got silver arrows for your birthday last year, and they're just collecting dust in your room. And I thought I could ask you if anyone had taken it yet. And then, I didn't think that far ahead. I see. Or rather, I did, but then I thought, what if I take the quest, then I have to go on the quest, then I have to fight the werewolf, or talk to the werewolf, which is worse, because of, what if the werewolf doesn't like me, and what if, when I try to shoot my silver arrow, I miss and shoot a tree instead, then the tree would be mad at me. But it wouldn't really matter, because I'd be dead, because of the werewolf. And that took a quick turn. So maybe I should put the quest back. Fable. Yes? Do you want me to tell you to take the quest? Maybe. I can't make this decision for you. Neither can I. Whenever I have a difficult decision, it's like I freeze in place. And suddenly I'm unable to move until someone makes a decision for me. Like a slime. A frozen slime. A frozen slime that can't move. I've met slimes less anxious than you. You've met slimes? My tavern's open to everyone. Oh, right. What do slimes drink? Water, more slime, and bones. You sell bones? Only the slimes. Ah, maybe you'll be able to add my bones to your menus then. You'll come pick them up from the forest floor. I think I'd have a hard time convincing the werewolf to give up free bones. Why are you so anxious, Fable? In general? I think answering that would take up more time than we have to spare. About taking the quest. Seems to me that you want to take it, but you're trying to talk yourself out of it instead. Oh, well, I do want to go on that quest. Werewolves may not be the best muses, but it would make a good start for a song, right? The prelude for an epic fable, the protector of the woods. The world, the worms. The worms. They seem like they need protecting. But every time I think about embarking on the quest, and I start to think more deeply about what that might happen, all my bones start to shake and I feel dizzy. Is there something that making you feel like you might fail? Aside from the bloodthirsty werewolf? We don't know what it's thirsty for. It might prefer orange juice. It might. Well, heroes have history, right? Great feats they can look back on to prove their bravery. Inspirational adventures that remind them of their light in the dark. I have the opposite of that. Great mistakes and epic regrets. Like the Mary Morgan incident. Or my first encounter with an Amaranth Hydra. The reason why nobody wants to spend time with me. Ooh, I don't know which one to go with. Cheers for all three. But you know what? I want to spend time with you though. Because I'm unlucky. I'm unlucky, and whenever good things are supposed to happen, I ruin them. No matter how easy they might be. Nothing seems to be easy enough for me. Imagine there's one nail sticking out in the whole kingdom, and everyone would pass by it except for me. I'd get caught on it and rip my coats. Did that happen once? Once? I wish it had just been once. Seems like my life only follows the path that is most embarrassing. Or dangerous. Or dangerously embarrassing. The curse of ill luck follows me wherever I go. Like an adventuring companion who secretly wants to kill you. No one wants to hang out with someone who naturally attracts bad things. You're too harsh on yourself, Abel. Am I? See, just last week I wanted to gather fresh flowers. The daffodils are blooming, and they make for a nice bouquet, you know. Or hair accessories. They always calm my anxiety whenever I have them around. Being me, I accuse them with their evil twin, the Weeping Amaryllis. Now guess what I spent the whole day afterwards doing? Weeping. Like a baby, all day long. When I pluck them, they release their spores and I start crying. Suddenly I felt all the sadness of the world rush over me. I've never been so heartbroken. I'm sorry. That sounds horrible, Fable. It was. Between the tears and sobs, I managed to make a tincture of hogweed. It eased the pain, but the tears wouldn't stop until dawn. I'm so silly sometimes. Oh, I get to do all three. Yes, the Mary Morgan incident. Didn't you hear about that? Oh, thank God, word didn't get around. It was my very first adventure, the chance to finally escape the daily grind. What happened? An adventuring party was on their way and passing through the Ashen Grove. Due to the Sylvan spirits, it gets fairly foggy at night. And the fog bears great danger to anyone who isn't acquainted with spirits who call it home. So they wanted guidance from a local ranger, a merchant up at Tragan recommended me. I agreed to help, of course, my first adventure, yay! I was so excited, but also very nervous. So of course it had to go wrong. I think it was the nerves. Why were you so nervous? New people, seasoned adventurers, one stronger than the next, all in shining armor and armed to the teeth. I wanted to leave a good impression, but my bad luck just got in the way. How did it go wrong? I felt their condescending glares on my back as I walked them through the woods. Of course, I don't know whether they actually glared, but my fear got the hold of me and I led them astray. I must have blacked out. I've never gotten lost in the woods before. But this time I did. I couldn't see well and there was blood rushing in my ears and I felt dizzy. So for some stupid reason, I led them the path that no one should ever take. Past the riverbanks of the Shivermere, home to the Mary Morgan. You know of the Mary Morgan, yes? The wrathful spirit that is known to drown men. Not sure if she really differentiates between genders, though. For some stupid reason, I led them right into her arms and got scared. And at the end, they had to save me. They fought the creature and we finally found our way when the dawn broke. And the fog ebbed away. I couldn't look at them for the rest of the journey. And I silently bid my farewells when we reached the other side of the Ashen Grove. I was too embarrassed to speak, and I'm sure I'm still a laughingstock to every one of their gatherings. How am I ever supposed to step foot in the adventuring world again? To be fair, it could have been worse. I could have led them right into the arms of a wyvern chimera that resides in the Quag Mangrove. They say it has a taste for adventurers. But you didn't. But I didn't. First encounter Hydra. Well, just a day after I arrived to guard the portal to the Dream Plane Avalon. I wanted to be polite and neighborly, so I brought some homemade biscuits. I burned them a little in the oven. But I thought since it was fire breath, I wouldn't mind. So I approached the Amaranth Hydra. And I have the whole speech prepared about how I'm looking forward to having it around. And how its green scales match my hat. But it was so tall and intimidating, I forgot all about what I was wanting to say. So I just set down the biscuits and smiled awkwardly. It looks at my biscuits and then at me, and then said, "By the rivers of the stars, stand a man who reads the firmament's past. Some things are sturdy as the gilded ice. Some things are as changing as the Leviathan sea. All chimeras hate mice, all hydras love tea." I thought to myself, wow, the Amaranth Hydra has given me a riddle. A quest! Maybe this shall be my first adventure. But I couldn't figure out the answer, so I left. And I tried to solve the riddle for 3 days. I was too ashamed to step foot in front of it again, and lest it know that I was not worthy of its wisdom. But then I couldn't take it anymore, and I ran back and apologized and begged for the answer. Turns out it's just how it speaks. It wanted tea. Did you get some? Yes. Then you completed its quest. 3 days late. If it had needed an antidote, it would have died. What else are about as useful as antidotes when you haven't been poisoned? They changed nothing. Adventures don't come tied in neat, mistakeless bows. Your mistakes are part of your story, Fable. No matter how hard you try and shame yourself for them. I like you the same nonetheless. You do? Yes! I don't care much for Fable the Flawless Hero. I don't think their stories are very interesting. Fable the messy adventurer with a heart of gold and an endearing personality, on the other hand, great non-guy. Might even be my favorite regular. Oh, is it still... Oh, it is showing Raft, isn't it? Hey, Link. Gosh, dang it. I always forget to change that. Thanks for letting me know. Appreciate it. Hey, I got a new game I wanted to try. Just it looks like it's just mostly just me reading lots of things. So, there we go. There we go. Now it's proper. Maybe. Probably wouldn't be a too bad idea. We'll have to see sometime. Don't tell anyone else I said that. I won't. Thank you, Enki. How's your day doing, Link? And because I like you so much, I'm going to keep giving you free advice. I hope so. What do you have for me? You seem very insecure. I think that's the biggest problem here. But how can I not be when everything I touch falls apart? You know that isn't true. You're right. I'm a great gardener. Everything grows around me, but it seems to just get smaller. Except zucchinis. Oh. Oh. No, I was reading what they were saying. But, I'm doing alright. It's been a nice day. I just got some new medicine I gotta start taking for the rest of my life, so there's that. But all around, good day. Alright. Except zucchinis. I can't figure out how to grow those. So in a way, I'm like a zucchini. I'm insecure because I don't know what I'm capable of. Oh, it's not bad medicine. It'll be fine medicine. I'm incapable of. Let's see. You'll have to find out then. Like, on a quest? For example. Don't you think I'm a little underleveled? Do you think that will change by just sitting around? I guess not. Someone has to help those people, right? What if I don't, and then no one else comes around? What if I'm the only chance they got? But what if I'm not? What if there's someone better? The best thing you can do is try to help them. So what if another adventure swings by and they're able to make the situation better? Isn't that a good thing? 4 hands are better than 2. And who knows? You might even end up forming a party. Oh. And besides, if it's a perfect hero they want, they'll be waiting forever. I didn't think about it like that. Maybe I shouldn't decide to give up on before I even try. After all, I am a very fast runner, so if I screw up, I can just run away real quick. That's the spirit. Okay, I, Fable, a great gardener and future hero, charmer of nymphs, am going to embark on a quest to save the villagers. And I shall return victorious. Did I do it right? Yes. Good job. I leave the quest in your capable hands, brave adventurer. Would you like a drink to aid you on your journey? Yes. Do you have something to make me more nimble and quick so that the werewolf won't see me coming? Someone with a lot of dexterity? If you want to fight it, I'm going to need to have a surprise round advantage. Or maybe something that can help me with diplomacy. Perhaps it's just a hungry lost Lycan after all, and it can only needs a pep talk and a hug. Maybe we could even be friends. But I would need something with a lot of charisma for that. I will leave the choice up to you. Just make sure I don't pick a random recipe. Please, keep it one of those abilities I asked for. Remember, your choice can influence my fate. It could change the entire outcome of this quest. But, of course, I'm sure you're already well aware of that. Sorry for backseat mixing. Oh. No pressure, alright. Let's see here. Let's see, I can either do lots of charisma or lots of dex. So probably Spoken Heart or the Swift Strike. I No, I think we'll go with the spoken heart. Okay, which means a little bit of strength, a little bit of toughness, and then a whole lot of charisma. And a little undo. Alright. Well, this should do it. Thank you. I feel better. Braver. Farming? No, wait, that sounds from tending a farm. There's a lot of farmers in Tavern, and I'm going to protect them all. Or talk to them until they feel better. I'm sure they could use that too. I just hope I don't fight anyone. No, I'll be okay. Because of your help, I'll be able to talk my way out of any situation. Thank you again. I think this drink you gave me the courage I needed to get started. You got this, Fable. I'll try. Have some faith in yourself. Okay, I got this. Much better. Oh, I almost forgot. I was thinking about how much your words helped me yesterday, and how much to thank you properly. And how I'd have to thank you properly if I ever did end up taking a quest. So, I brought you some Phoenix chilies from my garden. They seem like something you might enjoy. They possess a natural magical properties, and if you plant them in the right soil, they can grow to be fire resistant. And the consumption can pass into mortals like us. Exactly. Even I thought that they might go well with your drinks. Yeah, after last night, yeah, Lulu definitely needs those. They will. Thank you, Fable. That's a very thoughtful gift. Since I'm waiting for a shipment of infusions for a few days, I'll take a look at them all together later. Oh, of course. I'm glad you like them. Maybe I'll order a drink with them some next time. But first, I have to complete my quest. I'll see you post the victory. I hope Fable will be alright. Can I do this yet? Okay. Okay, dead snails, according to, what was it, lagoon? Different place altogether, okay. Alright. I wonder what path their fate will take, or took. Maybe a zesty one. I hope I was able to help. Oh, hey, it's Dark and Brooding back. Hey, buddy. You again. Me again. And who are you? Someone who wants a drink. Alright, you. What kind? Drink. Yes, I get it. Could you try being a bit more specific? That spoken heart one tasted fine. Thank you. Alright. Spoken heart, back up. Let's see. There you are. Try recipe up. Let's see here. So we're going to do, what was it? 1 tough. 1 strength. Please pour. There we go. And a whole lot of charisma. Thank God this doesn't play like Diner Dash. I'd be fucking here forever. Spoken heart, just for you. Maybe it'll help you find more words. Good attempts. Perfectly drinkable. Might need to come back for more. Might not. Thank you. Enjoy. Charming. Oh. Dwarf and... Careful. You'll step on my cape. Oh, shush. Greetings, travelers. How may I help you? Not one of those empty babblers. Would you prefer a different line? I am all but empty. That's what they all say. Seems like you've given some more dialogue up than most, but that don't convince me just yet. I'm sorry, I don't understand. Of course not. Probably forgot to give you enough intellect. Would surprise me if there was actually a brain inside that skull. Alright. You bitch. That's what you are. How rude. Have you checked? No, but I can assure you I'm different from your average background character. Sure. I must agree, you look much more delicious than they usually do. Thank you. Though I should let you know I'm not on the menu. Don't worry too much about him. He's a tad quirky. I see. That thing on your shoulder, is it quirky too? What thing? Ah, my cape. Your cape. That's not his cape. The green fellow on his shoulder is an ooze, or what's left of it. And the rest is on you? Aye. Pretty tough to clean off. May I ask to know what happens? You just did. Maybe I can offer you a drink in exchange for the story and your names? Yes, I love stories. Well then, may I have your name? No, but I shall tell it to you. Okay. I'm Sir Alphonse, Louis Frederick Duncan Dusang. It's long for Kyle. Kyle? Kyle. Well, Kyle, what kind of drink can I offer you? Blood. Or if you're out, I'll also set up something that tastes like blood. Or looks like it. Red is my favorite color. I'll look for something with red in it. Alright, what do we got here? That's all I have to do. Let's see, so that's 1 charisma, 1 tough, and the rest in strength. There we go. That's the reddest thing I got. Some almost blood for you, sir. Oh, thank you very kindly. That looks delicious. Oh. It also tastes delicious. Very alive. Maybe as a chaser you could let me have a bite? No. Okay. And to whom may I offer the second drink? Rhea Frostgrip. Nice to meet. Yeah. Skip. Just serve me something strong. Something that feels like durable and tough, like the mountains of the caves of Ur. One of those frosted lagoons looks close enough. Coming right up. Let's see. Frosted liqueur. Oh, yep, that'd be the one. Let's see. 1 charis. Oh. Yeah. They're very dwarfish. I feel like if Jug was a dwarf, that would probably be him. No, I don't think Jug is rude. He's just kind of blunt and doesn't really know how to lie. She is a very cranky customer, for sure. A taste of her, just for you. Valued customer number 2. Oh, are you hitting the placeholder text? Let me try. I see ye are many things, but not a liar. Tastes like a pile of rocks. Just how I like it. So, Rhea, Kyle, what about the ooze-filled story? Fine, guess you've earned it. Alright, picture me, deep in the mountains of Dovne, with a trusty axe and a good drink by my side. There I was, minding my own business, digging for the good stuff, you know. Had a gold vein earlier, and I deemed myself the luckiest dwarf of all time. had a real big old pile of gold. Then suddenly the big ooze comes along and slurp. Gone it was. This is a very boring story. Perhaps we should go looking for my cape now? It's nearly sunrise. And? The sun kills you? Oh, right. Did the ooze also eat your cape? Yes. No. Oh. Anyways, I wouldn't call myself the best warrior, but when the ooze slurped me gold, I had to do something. So I took my shovel, and I dug and hit and dug and hit until there was nothing left to ooze anymore. Well, almost nothing. So did you dig out your gold? Silly food, she dug out me. And guess what he was clinging on to? The gold. Oh yes, a big gold nugget, enough to get me to Buruvia. And perhaps it can even get me a dandy new cape. I don't think so, Sunshine. We had a deal. Ah, we did? Please allow me to ask a question. What was that deal again? I get you to Buruvia so you can participate in your fancy vampire banquet, and in return, I get the gold. But what about my cape? Where did you last see your cape? Don't even bother, it's a lost cause. We looked everywhere on our way here. Fought cursed chests, many-eyed monstrosities, undead goons. And I started to wonder, where in his life did this man put his cape? Where everyone puts their cape. Did you know where I put my capes? Where? In the wardrobe! Oh. So you can't wear it so can't you can wear it inside the wardrobe land? What? No. Kyle, maybe we should have someone retrieve the cape for you. We could? Phenomenal. I could put out a quest for you, but for that we need a little more information. Good luck with that. First, I need to know where you last saw your cape. I was getting ready to annual vampire banquets hosted by Lord Strut and Buruvia. While getting dressed, I realized I couldn't find my cape. My first thought is I cannot find it. The cape of invisibility is playing tricks on me. I'm quite moody sometimes. Which is truly unfortunate when you want to wear it for an important event. We all know the important fancy cape is flaunting the vampire status, of course. Then what was the last vampire event you wore the cape to? My wedding. Your wedding? When I was married to sweet Evelyn, I simply had to wear the most treasured cape to show how important she was to me. Evelyn, the vampiric Countess Evelyn, residing in Marrow Castle. That'll be her. Congratulations. Are you still married? Of course not. I hate her. Every inch of her body. Turns out she just wanted... Spit it out, Leech. Oh, she wanted your fucking cape, didn't she? What? My cape! Ah, rats. Here we go again. My sweet Evelyn stole my cape. What now? That little mean, vicious, beautiful beast, thief of thieves, robbed me of my most precious possession. Wouldn't that be your heart? No, I had that taken out centuries ago, but my cape, I could never live without. Oh, sweet, sweet Evelyn, how could you do this to me? I trusted her with all I had. That's rough, buddy. Perhaps Innkeeper, that's your name, right? Sure. Do you think the courageous adventurer out there is brave enough to retrieve my precious cape for me? I'm afraid my sweetest Evelyn will kill me on sight if I ever set foot in her villa again. Yes, I think we can find such an adventurer. We're setting up the search right now. So where should the brave adventurer find Marrow Castle? Deep past the Abyss Dread, at the foot of the mountain range that looks like a witch's bosom, towered the mansion of the dear Evelyn, Queen of Darkness. temptress of men. Flamenco champion of 1467. The right hero should be able to outsmart her and escape with her life. But be wary, she bites. And she may be invisible now. Alright, I think I've got everything I need. I'll write up the quest for you, and I'm sure you'll have your cape back in no time. I hope so. That reminds me. Not another cursed monologue. Innkeep, quickly, another drink. I don't think I can make it through another tale of woe without some artificial stamina. I need another lagoon. I'll see what I can do. Let's see here. Lagoon. Draw recipe. Let's see. What was it? It was 1 part strength, 1 part charisma, and a whole lot of toughness. Some liquid stamina for a valued guest. Let me try. You got it right again. I might even last till dayfall with this. Kyle, would you like another drink as well? No, I cannot drink now that I've consumed the thoughts of my love's betrayal. Oh, it ails me so. Everything ails you. The whole way here you were complaining about having to walk. My bat form doesn't work like it used to. I'm out of practice and the slime weighs heavily on my shoulders. And my back is all itchy. By the dragons, could it be because you insisted on sunbathing? Oh, right. Innkeeper, do you have a drink that can protect me from the sun? Perchance something that would also moisturize my delicate skin? I'm afraid not. Oh. That reminds me, my aunt Mathilda used to harness the power of Chimera's saliva for sun protection. A chimera? A beast made out of several animals. Got 3 heads and tail, made by the dragons that guard Gaia. Like eat people for breakfast. Or likes to. I'm aware, I just didn't know its saliva could be so useful. Ah! If only I'd eaten the delectable bear chimera in the Scarlet Caves, I could have asked for a sample of its saliva. I'm sure that it wouldn't have gone over well. Actually, I actually might know where to find one. Really? Will you get it for me then? No. Oh. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Miss Frostgrip, dear Sria, perhaps we can alter our deal? Oh nay, forget it. I ain't going. With nothing on me but a shovel and an ooze goop, I'd no match for such a beast. No problem. I can make a request for my trusted board. Then when will you be done? Tell me, when can I walk among mortals in the glistening sunlight once more? As soon as a fearless adventurer picks it up and succeeds, especially that part. Splendid! Did you hear that? A quest just for me. Let's leave it at 2. Say, Innkeep, while we wait for someone to do his work for him, do you perhaps have a room or 2? Possibly a room without sunlight. Wouldn't want Snow White to go up in flames over here. Sure thing. I got a couple of barred up rooms. You can stay here. How much? You can pay when you leave. Grand. Seems like he gave you more personality than usual. Keep it up. Maybe you'll become a real girl one day. Thank you. Enjoy your stay. You look like a tasty creature. Oh, can't do it. Oh, okay, now I can make questions at the very end of the day. Gotcha. Alright, okay, unusual haunting west. One thing that stands. Okay, so let's see. The vampire last saw. Okay, there's the cape. Banshee haunting. Okay, yeah, this is where the cape would be. Corn amber hydra. Nope. Wyvern Chimera. Oh, okay. Wyvern Chimera and Mangrove Adventures. Beware, it might be on your menu. Quirky Vampire use cape. Oh, okay, here we go. Okay, I think that's the right quest. Hey there, everyone. On a mild summer morning, a senile vampire came to look for his cape of invisibility at the Wafer's End. After steady questions, the innkeeper uncovered that he lost his cape at his wedding, where his ex-wife, the Countess Evelyn, stole it from him. She resides in the foot of the Witch Rat's Peak. Venture to the peak and dare retrieve the long-lost cape. But beware, she might be invisible. Okay, then we gotta do the Chimera one. So in the Quag Mangrove. Okay. Oh, okay. According to the Emerald Hydra, a chimera's hatred for mice is universal truth. Maybe we're on ice. Who can say? Deep in the Quag Mangrove, Wyvern Chimera. Its scales and claws are valuable treasure to any alchemist. Its saliva even more so. As it happens, a certain vampire may be able to use his rare saliva to produce a sunscreen so effective that even he could walk in broad daylight. Is there any adventurer or mouse brave enough to confront the chimera, not the vampire, and bring back the bucket of saliva? Alright. Feed the little baby, sweep the broom, sweep the floor, blow out the candles. Alright. That's a really cute game. I've liked it so far. My shipment of infusions finally arrived this morning. Now I can have some fey crystals and frozen pine cones. Together with Fable's Phoenix chilies, I have 3 infusions now. I'll unpack them later when I have some time. I have a feeling that they'll be used soon. Oh. So, thank you. A drink for me and this lanky pal. It's good to see you too. She meant to say please. Welcome back, Fable. You look alive. Thank you. Yeah. That seems like a given. I'm just happy to see them doing well. With a friend. We ain't friends. We're not? So you two didn't form a party? No. Oh. Then what's the drink about? They may be very annoying, but they did just help me solve a family feud of 10 years. So I do owe them some of your dishwater at the very least. Family feud? I wouldn't call it a feud. More like a miscommunication. No, it was a feud. I feel like the feud implies a certain level of hostility. I was gonna kill him. I thought that was a joke. It wasn't. These two so far are my favorites. I like these both. But no one died. No, Elfie was able to prevent that. It's Fable. Whatever. Does this chance have something to do with your quest? It does. I stopped her from killing the werewolf. Elaborate, please. I was going to kill the werewolf. They stopped me from killing the werewolf. What's not to get? A lot. I think she's confused because the quest was to save the villagers from the werewolf. And now it sounds like I saved the werewolf from you. Which I did. Kind of. I also remember you saying you didn't want the quest line. I didn't. Was there by chance. They were both stealing sheep. Was not. Sure was. Adventurers don't pay what they used to do. So you stole other people's sheep? Mind your business. How did this lead to a successful quest? Well, where do I start? How about the beginning? Right. I was born half a crescent dream of the quest fable. Right, the quest. Traveling there was no trouble. I know shortcuts to travel to Ashen Grove swiftly. I reached the bottom of Tregaron right around dusk. The Ashen Grove thins out around, and you can catch a glimpse of the wide fields and vineyards, as well as see one farm after the other. An idyllic sight. Well, at least before sunset. Do you have trouble in the dark? Emotionally? Visually? A little. I mean, I reckon I can still see more than a human could, but darkness is darkness, and I am no owl. Thank God, you're already weird enough. Imagine the damage you'd do if you could turn your head around. Who says I can't? Just kidding. Anyway, luckily darkness doesn't affect my hearing. Not the normal kind. What? Nothing. Okay, I heard creaking of fence and footsteps that were failing to keep quiet. Your ears are failing at being small. So I snuck in closer and saw a werewolf-esque shape picking up a tiny sheep. I was petting it. Well, I thought she was going to eat it, so I summoned my courage and stepped out of the shadows and, like I said, "Good evening, werewolf. Please put down the sheep." I didn't expect them to entirely in their right mind, of course, and I wanted to be polite. I thought it might confuse her. Maybe that would help calm her down. It confused me alright. Who the heck sees a werewolf and the first thing you do is greet him? A polite person. Or an insane one. It worked, didn't it? Because I ain't no werewolf. He wasn't that different. But I'm skipping ahead. To surprise, instead of a growl, the werewolf, or not werewolf, responded with a what? So the confusion plan had worked, but I hadn't really expected that response. So like I said, "Please put down the sheep." And she asked why. And I said, "Well, because stealing sheep isn't very nice." And she asked who I was. No, I asked, "Who are you? A guard?" I was about to introduce myself when we heard a blood-curdling howl. It sounded like someone had ripped a hole into the fabric of reality and then pierced it with a horrid yell. Please, it was barely a bark. And it made the blood freeze in my veins. I heard panting and heavy footsteps and barely dared turn around. You turn around immediately. And when I did, I stared into the twist face of a werewolf with yellow gleaming eyes. Cleaning with jaundice. Sharp teeth and giant claws. Looked like he wanted to eat me right up. He did. But before I could beg for mercy, suddenly something rushed past me and lunged at the werewolf. When I regained my composure, Carolyn and the werewolf were on the ground fighting tooth and nail. And the sheep you were holding? Obviously I sat down at that point. Good. So you went to Fable's aid? No, that ain't it. I noticed the wolf's flannel rags. They were blue, checkered, and uneven print. It was just kind of the stuff my Uncle Dragon likes to wear. That old. Hey, why can't I say that? Okay. What the? Use protection. The age rating system is quite harsh. Anyway, it dressed like Uncle Dragon, smelled like Uncle Dragon, fought like him too. I was joking when I brought it up before, you know. Haven't seen the old band in years. I was coping about it by joking. That's the only way I can talk about him these days. Because of the feud? Yes. He used to be my favorite uncle, but then he changed. Became irritable and angry and distant, and fought a lot with Uncle Fedor. Cared more about the moon than he did his own family. Eventually he just left, ran away, without a word. Left us and Uncle Fedor behind, worried, senseless. until we found a letter saying not to look for him and all their savings missing. Swore I was gonna kill him if I ever saw him again. Always thought he just faced up to his problems. Turns out his solution was just to get those problems as far away from everyone else as possible. Idiot. Did you talk it out with fists? I tried, but Elfie stopped me. I'm glad they did. How do you figure that out? Well, she was yelling at him. I didn't understand half of it, but I could tell she was angry and hurt. Try to get their attention by telling them to stop, but they won't listen, so I shot an arrow right through both the... Oh, right next to both their heads, okay. Mine was a little shaky, so I ended up grazing Mr. Dragon's ear. But I got them to stop for long enough to start listening to me. I threatened with them that if they didn't stop, I would shoot them both. I would never have done that, of course. But they must have believed me, because they actually stopped to listen. Looked mighty scary there, little pal. Thank you. I sat them down and did my best to be an insurmountable obstacle between them. If they wanted to fight, they would have to go through me. That sounds rather dangerous. It was. Wouldn't have stopped for them. What? You're like the size of a stick. Do you think you could stop two angry wolves? Oh, well. Anyway. I used the opportunity to figure out what was going on. And that's how I found out that Mr. Dragon and Carolyn and the missing communication feud. The feud? Sure. Turns out that Mr. Dragon was turned, and he was too ashamed to admit it. But he couldn't stop changes and ended up hurting all the people he cared about. That's no excuse, of course. No, it ain't. If we had known, we could have helped him the best we could. At the very least, we could have built a sturdy shed with a scratch-proof walls and for full moons. He didn't think that it would have happened, though. So he decided to fix the problem by leaving. Do it alone, and so on. But that only made it worse. Of course, he was too embarrassed to come back, so he just focused on the whole werewolf thing and not any human things, or Vulcan things, so to speak. Tried to find a cure, trying to avoid the moon, tried to find a place to sleep, stealing sheep. That's something they have in common. The sheep? No, the stubbornness, and the unwillingness to ask for help. But the sheep too. But they just had to talk about it. The silent resentment wasn't good for either of them. And if you got them to do that, the little stick is oddly persuasive. Had us talking about it before I even realized I didn't want to. Maybe because you did want to. Maybe. How did it go? Fine. Well, it'll take some time to accept his apology. We'll have to see him change first and apologize to Uncle Fader and the rest. But it was good to see him again. Guess a hug did feel better with the great sword in his gut. Wonderful. Of course, there's still a problem with the whole werewolf thing. Eddie got so obsessed with the cure he can barely control himself. We helped him realize that even with the cure he couldn't change what he had done. That he had to accept that he's different now and learn how to live again. Of course, it won't be easy. No change ever is. I learned that from you. But we have a group of werewolves living near our settlement. A small community that enjoys the company of our warm trees. We play charades with them a lot, and they taught me about the phases of 7 moons and the secrets of the moon signs. It sounds like a bunch of... It's real. You're a crescent moose. We introduced Mr. Dragon to them, and they promised that they would take him in and help him deal with the lycanthropy. That sounds great. It is. It's a happy ending. I wouldn't be calling it ending, rather than the beginning of something new. So the end of one adventure is just the beginning of another one? Exactly. I like that. So after your or a therapy session, you two decided to grab a drink together. They offered to spend the day at the settlement. But they don't serve anything strong enough for my tastes. Plus, Elfie was dying to get back here. Was talking about how they needed to update you on everything non-stop. I think they live here or something. I had to report back about the quest. I'm glad you did. They also started crafting something with werewolves. Said something about being for you, Innkeep. Oh, really? Yeah. It's not finished yet, but I'll let you know, I promise. That wasn't hard, was it? Well. So, drink. What can I offer you, Len? Surprise me with something that fits my brawn. By which I mean the usual. Strength never gets old. Oh, yes, book. Open the booklets. I wonder when I get new drinks. Let's see. So that's probably the brawler. There we go. That is once again one tough, one charisma, and a whole lot of strength. Oh, did I fuck it up? Oh no, I didn't. It's there. Okay. Surprise. Not bad. You should do this professionally. I'll think about it. Mabel, what about you? Do you have something that can calm me down? Maybe even bring some of my agility back? Like so strike back to my senses. I've had a stressful day. Night. Morning. Sequence of events. There's a strike. Draw it on the board. Alright, that is one intelligence, one tough. Oh, nope, that went a little too far. There you go, Andu. Toughness up to the arrow, not past that. And then this one. There's that. And then the dex. Wish I could pet you. Oh! Here's some cheaper petting! Oh, you can't pet him! Oh, look at you all sparkly. Alright, we love Andu. Alright. Exciting development. Here you go. Thank you. Wow, this is perfect. You look tired. Have you considered sleep? They do look like they're going to pass out any second. So do you. Maybe sleep is a good idea. Carolyn, do you have a place to sleep? I can sleep anywhere. It's a talent. It's depressing. I have a room available. You can stay there. Sounds good. How much? I'll count it as payment for your help with the quest. Fine. Later, Elfie. See you a lot. Oh, later. Are you heading home, Fable? Yes. I've been gone for a whole day. I need to get back and make sure everything's still growing correctly. Maybe I'll take a nap first. Yes, that too. Did you enjoy your first quest? I did. It was scary and different from what I expected. I didn't know I was so good at pretending to be charming. You did well, Fable. Thank you. I hope that it wasn't my only adventure. I think that this is just the beginning. That would be nice. Do you think that I'm going to save the world one day? That's a very tall order. You're right. I'm not cut out for that. I didn't say that. I would just prefer if the world didn't end. Right. But if it does, you're the first person I'd ask for help. Maybe you should ask Karen first, but I'd be happy to be second. We'll see. Let's hope he won't. I like this world, and you have points. We shouldn't have to hope for so much calamity. Even if it would be good for a song. Oh, hello, Cat. Welcome to the YouTube chat. I hope your day is going well. It would make for a good song. Or a sad one. Or both. I'm going to head home now. Do that. I'll stock up a quest for you. I can't wait. See you soon. See you soon. Oh, you got your hood off for once. Alright. Maybe you're lightening up a bit. Good evening to you too. Oh, well, get him. This quest. It wasn't here yesterday. That is correct. It seems dangerous. It is. And mysterious. Sure. Like me. Yeah, cat. You could be a little less mysterious by telling me your name. Zephyr. Oh, like the wind. No wonder you move so fast. Did the wind? Oh, okay. Did the wind carry you in? No, my legs. I want that quest. Well, you can have it. Not just literally, physically, emotionally. Emotionally? I want to take on that quest. Go to the castle to get that cape. We could all use a quest emotionally. I mean, yes. Well, no one has gone to the castle yet, so if you would like to go, they would be welcome. They can be welcome to. So you know the castle? Yes. It seems strange. It is. A vampire lives there. Of Tally Hall? No, I have not. Is that another game that's like this one? I heard rumors, whisperings of a strange, fiendish woman residing there. What a coincidence. What a coincidence. Me too. Oh, okay. Well, all the same, definitely not. But I'm also just really bad at band names, so I might have actually heard their music, but I just I just don't know their name. Let me see here. Let's see, they hidden in the sand. 1 second, I'll mute my mic real quick so I don't have to worry about copyright so much. Be back soon. Okay, I've definitely heard their music. I just did not know what they were called. Yes, what about him, I guess? Has she ever frequented your tavern? No. Not recently. But she has. Once. Had a vampire mixer. Interesting. So she was only here at night. Yes. Would you say she was unnaturally pale? No, she had a lot of makeup on. But below that mask. Sure, yes. Would guess she looks pretty dead below that. What kind of drink did she order? Blood. Interest. You sell blood? Yeah, that's a... yeah. Of course. Whose blood? Did you hear about the wolves avoiding the castle? Really? All of them? Yes. She has a lot of werewolf traps set up, but all the animals seem to steer clear of Marrow Castle. They say its doors are always locked, so nothing can go inside or leave. And anything that tries to merges into her lands in one way or another. As a grave, a pile of decorative bones, dirt feeding rotting flowers. They say death clings to her doorstep like an everlasting melody. Sounds like a strange place. Like a tomb with something still alive. Or for a goth. Goth, vampire, she seems to be a thief. It appears so. Do you not sympathize with that? Thievery is an honorable skill, but it must be performed in secret, or you're not worth the coins in your pockets. Also, stealing a man's cape is just plain rude. Yeah, you're right. We all need a cape. Shouldn't steal it from him. I suppose. Only thing worse than stealing a man's hat? Not if it's cursed. Especially then. Point is, if you can't defend yourself from having your trophies reclaimed, you must live with the consequences. The consequences being you. Exactly. It definitely sounds like you know what you're doing. Of course I do. I am the one with the shadows and the winds, gone before they even notice I'm there. So you can easily swipe that without anyone else. Okay, you could easily swipe something else along with the cape, right? Certainly. Gold, gemstones, other treasures, whatever pays the bills. And what about some interior decorations? Like what, for example? Just something to pretty up my tavern a little bit. Maybe something useful that also doubles as a decoration. Like a chair. Stealing a whole chair sounds a little too ambitious for your first quest with me. I prefer something smaller, like a trinket. Well, my walls are still a bit empty. Wait, you're being serious? Absolutely. A memento that once belonged to an eccentric vampire sounds like a wonderful addition to the tavern. I'll see what I can do. You won't be disappointed. Well then, I trust you to deliver yourself to her doorsteps with the cape back to me, along with a neat little addition to my interior design. Sounds like I'll need a few stamps. Wouldn't you like some? No, too traceable. How about a drink then? I could do with one of those. I heard your drinks inspire transformations of great magnitude. Also, you dip into parts of yourself that you weren't previously aware of. Raise yourself from a shadow. Oh my god. Say, what do you trade for them? How about a joke? A joke? That's not... I don't do jokes. Then I don't do drinks, I'm afraid. We'll just put them on the spot. How do explorers find and hide their treasure? How? By dragging them to a safe location. Okay. Alright. I feel bad for you. You may have one of my renowned drinks. And some of my renowned infusions. In fact, I got a fresh shipment today. Was finally able to unpack them. Infusions. Intriguing. What vile magic do you have to offer? For your purposes, I think you could benefit from either some fey crystals or frozen pine cone. The frozen pine cones absorb some nature's icy properties. They can help you with a magical frost barrier that will hurt those trying to harm you. The fey crystals hail straight from Avalon, allegedly. If consumed, they'll turn you invisible, eventually, for a bit. The duration's a bit unpredictable. I've also got some phoenix chilies, but I don't think that those would be very useful for your situation. Interesting. So what dark depths yourself are you looking to explore? I fear Lady Evelyn may be undead nature. So I must be strong and vigorous if I want my stake in her heart before the fangs near my neck. That does sound, though that does sound appealing. Okay, he likes bites, alright. Strength I can do. And some frost armor would also help with the fangs. Or perhaps the smarter route would be to evade her wrath entirely. To out-stealth her and steal the cape from under her pale nose, so that she may lie in shame having lost against me. I think that would require a certain amount of dexterity, and some invisibility could help staying unseen, should my speed and agility not be enough. Help me with that decision and keep it. Your wisdom is no joke, is it? Now that I have access to infusions, I have to be careful about how they interact with my other ingredients. They might alter the drink in ways where I have to use a different ingredients than usual. I should make sure to keep an eye on the coaster so that it makes the correct recipe. Maybe I should try adding an infusion first and adjusting the drink from there. Let's give it a try. Okay, I think we'll go with this one. Okay, that is frozen pie cone. That's the fake crystal. That is the chili. So we'll go ahead and we're gonna do this one. Okay, so we already got that, so I just need to add one tough. And then just the rest dexterity. I think that's the right one. Oh, here you go. A drink that all vampires fear. Garlic breath? Not quite. That's a good name. May I steal it? You don't have permission before you steal something. Innkeep. It's no longer a clever ruse, but a mere trade. I see. Did you hear about the new drink, garlic breath? Huh. Good one. It tastes like, not garlic, but just as fearsome. To a vampire. You don't find garlic scary? No, only the absence of it. That makes two of us. Hope this will help me evade her. I'm not prepared for a fight, but I won't need one if my steps are swift and quiet as the wind. And she can't see me. Goodbye, Innkeep. Goodbye, Innkeep. I would say pray for the sun will carry me on my back to you. But my hopes do not lie in the realm's keepers, and I shall be damned before they control my fate. I expect to see me again before the next sunfall. If you do not, speak of vengeance. Vengeance makes for an early grave, or for a good story. Farewell. Or for bitter ends. Oh, hey, Lynn. I'm taking this quest and a drink. Great. Did you sleep well? What? Sleep. How was it? Ah, fine. Too long. Didn't sleep that much in ages. Sounds like you needed it. Well, I've been strong. Almost 2 hours later. No, your beds are just too comfortable. It was hard to get up. Of course. My apologies. I will make sure to take your feedback into consideration. Would you like a drink as compensation? I think I already said that. Maybe something that's strong will wake me up and keep me up too. Do 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 do. Well, clearly we need this one since we're strong. What happens if I add this to it? Oh, that actually is one of the things I need too, so we'll add one. And then use the rest strength. Please go. Thank you. There you go. Something strong coming right up. That is strong. Just the right amount of too much. Maybe I should call this drink Carolyn. No, you shouldn't. Anyway, the quest. Yes, the quest. I'm taking it. So you said? It's a chimera one she's taking then. I see it's my turn to make conversation. I miss Fable. Isn't it a bit too soon for another quest? You just returned. It has been hours since I've done anything but sleep and chat and drink. I'm getting antsy. And if I sit still for too long, it makes me feel like my bones are disintegrating and I forget who I am. I think it's called boredom. It's torture. That too. Well, boring is not what I would call this quest in the slightest. Stealing from a chimera for a vampire sunscreen. Couldn't get more reckless than that. I could by taking Elfie on one. Fair point. Please don't. I won't. So the saliva is for a vampire. Vampire sunscreen. Alright, can't a vampire get that chimera goop themselves? It's a wyvern chimera. Vampires and fire don't mix too well. Also, if everyone just did their own quest, the quest economy would be in shambles. Suppose that'd be terrible for your business. Indeed. Have you ever encountered a chimera before? No, not a real one. Got me thinking, ain't it quite blasphemous to steal from a draconic guardian? Depends. Are you religious? Guess not. Then no. Would it be if I was? Don't think so. Chimeras steal riches all the time, and they were created to be guardians by the protectors of the realms. So stealing something to protect someone else seems to be in line with the doctrine. Good thing you ain't a priest. You do a piss poor job. Thank you. Is it blasphemy for what you're most worried about? I ain't worried. Okay. Nervous. I ain't that either. Then what is it? Excitement, I suppose. Excitement? Don't laugh. I'm not laughing. I'm asking. Ah. Yes, excitement. I've never encountered a guardian before. And I've always sort of wanted to. Why haven't you? Ain't exactly easy to find one or to survive one. It seems like a great opportunity for you then. It is. What's it about Guardians? It's less about Guardians, more about what created it. Maybe a little bit about Chimera. It's got a dragon head, right? Yes. Modeled after its creator, I would guess. So let me rephrase that. What is it about dragons and chimeras with dragon heads? They're cool. Also, when I was little, my baba used to tell me bedtime stories about dragons every night. She was a great adventurer and encountered many of their creations on their journeys. Not sure if it's true, but she always claimed she met each of the realm's keepers themselves. And had little keepsakes from them all. My sword's one of them. Passed it on to me before she left. One day she was just gone. I think she wanted to spend her last moments somewhere else. Like to think she visited one of her dragons one last time. Your family has a leaving problem? At least she left our savings alone. That sword of hers and her stories are all I have left of her. Going on this quest, it's almost like I feel like I'm stepping into a memory of hers. Did she ever tell you about the Wyvern Chimera? No. It was the only kind she never encountered. Had quarrels with the feline ones, different varieties of scales, and even a cow one, I think, but never found a Wyvern one in all her years. It would be nice to be able to tell her the story when I return. If I return. I'm sure you will. You can tell me the story to me. I don't know if I make for a good baba, but I do enjoy a good tale. I'll think about it. You already got me talking too much. Is you talking too much? So you like dragons? I do. They're fascinating creatures. Very interesting. Very magical. They are fascinating and magical. I used to pretend I was one when I was little. Really wanted their magic and their wings. You can just ask them for their magic. Not sure about their wings. I ain't a priest either. Besides, I'm a warrior. Don't do that magic. Why not? I like my sword and my muscles. They're a good combo. And I don't rely on anyone, not even dragons. A little help never hurt anyone. A little self-reliance don't either. If you say so. Does that mean you don't want to drink to pep you up then? Didn't say that. I see. That doesn't count as help. That's prepayment for me taking on your quest. Sure. You'll be happy to hear that I have some incredible infusions to offer that would greatly help with your quest. Nah, that sounds like unnecessarily complicated. Let's keep it simple. Alright, what can I get you then? I reckon a little boost for this body couldn't hurt. Heard they're quick and toothy, so I'll need to be hardy for its bite. Some defense might come in handy. Or something for the brain. Baba talked quite a lot about how much they can enjoy a good ruse. Maybe I can outsmart it with the right play. But I need some intelligence for that. Won't be risking it all on a bad idea. Are you sure you don't want any infusions? Just a little bit of phoenix chili would make for great fire resistance, and they can be very useful in combat in a fight. Dragons, you're stubborn. Sure, I'll try one. And the topic of trickery? No, one is enough. Either you mix defense with your weird chilies, or you go heavy on the intelligence. Don't need any more fancy tricks. I don't care which one you pick. That is your job. Figure it out. We're gonna we're gonna give you some intelligence, I think. But so either Sparkling Nebula, High Charisma, or we go with the Tough, and we mix in the Infusion, Fire Resistance. Ooh, that's a tough one. You know what? We haven't made this drink before, so we're gonna go ahead and make this. So Charisma. And then Intelligence. There we go. Woo! I'll pet you. Look at you. Give me your little sparkly eye. There we go. Figured it out. Thanks. Hope you seasoned with some trickery. It does feel weird, like my brain's been sparkling. No refunds. How urgent is the sunscreen? Pretty urgent. Sun tends to not break, even for vampires. Maybe you should sunbathe less. That might solve his problems. Might. But when was a little easy? But when was a little? Oh my God. But when has an easy solution ever been fun? Good point. I'll see what I can do. Maybe they got some mice in the mangrove. Good luck. Won't be needing it. I'll be waiting to hear your exploits upon your return. Another ending to a day. Alright, I think this is a good place to end it. We'll go ahead and end it here. Save the game. Oh, I haven't saved none. Right, just to be sure. Okay. Alright. Alright. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and end it here. Hope anyone who's still lurking around in the chat has a good night. And maybe we'll see you next time.